Welcome back to another mini Ironman guide on my channel. Now, I've done a few of these and I plan to do a lot more. It's not like an in-depth guide, but there's loads of little things on an Ironman that people are curious about. And the idea of these videos is just to show how to do them and how to go about them. Like I've done a low-level construction on how to go about getting to a certain construction level. I'm going to eventually do ones like maybe how to get a room simulator for people that are new to Ironman, loads of different things. And this one specifically is how to go about doing giant seaweed farming. If you guys haven't really heard about it, it's all to do with the crafting grind. Eventually, you can bank loads and loads of crafting experience. Before I go any further, I'm going to quickly mute that. But you can get loads of crafting experience banked, so you don't have to do charter ships if you hate them. Now, I hate charter ships, and I find it just better to do it this way. I will do a bit of both, because if I don't bank enough for what I want, I can do more. But you'll be able to bank loads of giant seaweed, and if you don't already know, one giant seaweed is the equivalent of 6 soda ash, or 6 normal seaweeds. And what is so good about this is you can grow it and you can do a farm run for them every 40 minutes. I do actually time them with my birdhouse runs because I find it more efficient to do that. I've also got a birdhouse guide, funnily enough, so if you guys are interested in birdhouses, I do have a video if you want to see that as well. I'll put it in the description down below. But this can be tied in with it, these seaweed spore runs. Now, how to go about them. First of all, you're going to need to be able to have access to Fossil Island. And to do that, you're going to need 100 kudos and completion of Bon Voyage. Now, this has a couple of requirements itself. I believe Dig Site is one of them, but they're very, very easy quests to do. You can get this very, very early on Fossil Island. And this is something I highly suggest you get out of the way and get done, because as soon as you start this, the more crafting experience you're going to get banked for future. Also, you are going to want flippers. Now, flippers, they're not a rare drop or anything. They're quite easy to get. All you need to do is complete the mini quest, Skippy and the Mogres. Now, this literally takes about 2 seconds. Once you've done that, you can kill Mogres by the AIQ. It's not going to show up like that. Let's just go to, I know it's below Falador. Not actually, is there a name for this place? I'm not sure if there is. All I know is, oh, Mud Skipper Point, there we go. It's right next to the Fairy Ring AIQ, literally just along this bank here. You'll throw fishing explosives, which you can get from a Slayer Master, at certain areas in the water, and a Mogre will come out, you kill them. The flipper drop rate, I believe, is 1 in 50. I might be wrong in saying that, but it's a really, really easy to drop to get. I highly suggest getting this, because it'll make this a lot easier for yourself. And in future, when you do the seaweed runs, it'll just make it feel more comfortable. But the main reason you're going to want these is we need to get seaweed spores in the first place. And I'm going to show you exactly how you go about getting them. Now, you don't really need good gear for this. You're just going to need some sort of weapon, and that is literally it. Make sure you have your flippers. The thing with the weapon is you can't equip it when you go diving straight away. So take a weapon in, but keep it in your inventory. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly where these are. I'm not going to kill them, but I'm going to show you how to get to them. But make sure when you first go down there, if you haven't already been diving down here, you're going to need the fishbowl helmet that you get from, there's a quest you get it from, I forget the name of it, but you most likely would have done it because it's one of the quests a lot of people do. And the fishing apparatus you don't actually need, some people believe you do, but you are going to need a fishbowl helmet. So I'm going to go to where you need to be, and I'll show you guys exactly how you go about getting to the lobstrosities. So to start off with, you dive down nice and simple. Now this is where you can also do underwater agility and thieving. And then from here, this is where you actually grow the seaweeds. Sadly, one of mine's dead. Never mind, let's not talk about that. You will swim along here, and as you go up, this is where the underwater agility is. As you can see on my map, there's actually a flashing red arrow. I'm not sure if this is on the base client, but I know it's on RuneLite. I'm not sure if that's a specific thing. Now, if you've been down here or you haven't, there's a fishbowl pile here. This is where you put your fishbowl helmet. You'd pick it up and equip it. Now, this gives you the ability to get unlimited air, or get full air back when you come back to this. What you do is you put it back, and you have to put deposit it in there. Now, you could take it out with you, some people might think, but you can't actually fit through the gaps. It doesn't let you take them. You have to go out without one. Now, obviously, eventually, you're going to run out of air, and whilst I'm here, I'll explain this. This whole area underwater that we're in, let's see if it has a map. I'm not sure if it does. It does have a map. This whole area can spawn seaweed spores at random. I'm not sure the biggest amount they can drop. I'm going to guess from 1 to 5. And they'll just drop them. So you can get seaweed spores that way, but that's not how we're going to do them. But we're going to go through this hole, and there's a very specific way of getting to where we want to get. There may be a quicker way. I haven't learned the shortcuts, but it doesn't take long to get there regardless. I believe we actually want to go under there. I'm gonna have a look. If you look on the map, it actually says the shortcuts. Yeah, this one right here will take us exactly to where we want. I think this is the only one you need. And once we're here, random events can also happen under here. We have air bubbles. Now, air bubbles, as you could probably guess, you get air. So this is where you will stand to regenerate air. Now, if we didn't have flippers on right now, we couldn't sprint underwater. So that's why it's so nice to have flippers. But these are the monstrosities. Now, I think this one's stuck, thankfully. It's not going to attack me. But this is where you'll kill them. They're very, very easy to kill. But the only downside to it is the pure fact that you're going to either have to use... I'm not sure if magic works on them. I'm not 100% sure. But I know a trident does. If you haven't got a trident, you are going to need a brine saber, which does require, I believe, 45 Slayer. If we have a real quick look, you need to be able to kill brine rats. 47 Slayer, sorry. And once you can get access to brine rats, I would highly suggest going to them ASAP. Get the drop. I think it's quite a hard drop. It might be 1 in 512 or 1 in 256. I forget the exact drop rate for it, but it's not an easy drop to get. You can need a bit of RNG on your side. Luckily, I got mine in just under 100 kills from the kill count, which, you know, that's handy. I've had another one since as well on a task, but you're going to need a brine saber. This is where you equip your brine saber. I actually forgot to mention it earlier, I should have. But this is where you equip your brine saber. Then you'll just kill these, and these have a drop rate of common for seaweed spores. The other way of killing them is fossil island wyverns, but 9 times out of 10, your account's not going to be that far in with needing this method still. But you're going to kill these, like I said, for a common drop, and they can drop from between 1 and 5 at a time. Ammonite crabs are another way, but they drop less and it's rare. So I would highly suggest doing these over ammonite crabs. If you really cannot be bothered to get the brine saber, do the couple quests so you can access to the brine saber, then ammonite crabs, I suppose they're an option, but I really wouldn't suggest it. But once you're done, I'm going to take you back to where you would do a seaweed spore run. Now, you only need 1 seaweed spore for each farming patch, which is really nice. So you can just get, let's say you get 50 of them, you do 2 a run, that's 25 seaweed spore runs, which in my opinion is really, really good. I honestly think that is absolutely crazy how good that is. We're going to grab air real quick. When you go down here, you can do a run with 100 air, or oxygen, whatever you want to call it. So some people are having a spare fishing bowl helmet, but I don't bother. I feel like it's really quick. Now, the maximum you can get from these, I couldn't find the exact number online, but from one patch it is possible to get at least 70. I haven't had it yet, but I've seen it. The minimum you can get is 3, but the average I've heard is between 20 and 40 per patch per run. So you're looking at an average of either between 40 and 80 per run, which is very, very nice. I also did read on the wiki. I'm not 100% sure if this is true. I haven't tested it. I always do it anyway because it takes 2 seconds. They say that magic secateurs or a farming cape will not increase the yield you get from a patch. Like I said, it takes 2 seconds for me to do it. It's already here. I have to go out there, get my seed dibber and whatnot anyway. So I just click it and equip them. It takes 2 seconds. Compost, it will help with keeping the plants alive, but it does not increase the yield, which is interesting to know. But regardless, you're going to want to put compost on there to make sure it doesn't die. Now, some of you guys may be thinking you might just be able to pay to look after these herbs. You can pay this mermaid. Is that yeah, you can pay this mermaid right here, but it's 200 numalite per patch. That is, in my opinion, absolutely not worth it. It's a 30 to 40 minute patch that it will grow in, and if it dies, seaweed spores are so easy to get back. So, to be honest with you, it's an absolute waste. But we'll do one of the obviously one of them's dead right now, but I'll do one patch right now, and we'll see how much we get. Do the secateurs just in case. We're going to see how much we get. You probably get nothing here, but like I said, there's a possibility of getting 70 plus. I believe it might be 76 or 78 the maximum. I couldn't find it anywhere online, so I just know that I've heard 70 something before for the maximum amount. But like I said, an average between 20 and 40. You times it by 6, that's the amount of soda ash or small seaweed you're getting from one farm, which you can do every 30 to 40 minutes if you really want to maximize how many times you do this, which I think is absolutely absurd how much you can get out of this just from planting it and coming back to it. It's absolutely crazy. Bank loads of crafting experience for layer, which is what I'm doing at the moment. But there we go, from one patch, for example, 21, see, that was close enough to the average. I'll come back and sort the farm out later, but I've got no oxygen. But I just thought I'd show you guys that quick guide on how to go about doing seaweed farming for banking crafting experience. I'm sure loads of you have heard about it. If you didn't know how to do it, I hope this guide helped. If you've got any other questions, drop in the comment section below. If you like the video, smash the like button. And if you guys want to see any more content, any more Ironman specific videos and guides. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.